the clone swapping, that people do too, and there's a
Phone
lot of
swapping?
that. Clone swapping, sorry, clone. So a
Clone
lot of
swapping. Okay, yeah, let's get into that right now. You're talking, you meant something you want to talk about, kind of disease management is kind of what it relates to, and talk all about that.
So there's a lot of collectors out there, and a lot of smaller collectors, which is awesome. I love it. I love it. But then these people are swapping clones back. Hey man, I'll trade you this for that, and they got all the breeder cuts. They got a list of 50 of them, but it's like you don't know their standard operating procedures for keeping plants clean and uninfected and all that. So like these people are passing them around, and a lot of these growers won't even know like that they even have it, and then they're swapping it with another guy who's swapping with another guy, and then all these genetics are getting swapped around, and you're getting all that grower's problem when you get that clone. That's why we try to just go straight to the top to like a verified tissue culture nursery, the breeder, like close connections we've made, because I get people all the time, hitting me up like, hey, yeah, well, I got this, I got these. Would you be down to trade? I got the Sherbanger 22, all the hype breeder stuff that's going around. And it's like, no, 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 I can't ever do that because, like I said, don't know if it's verified. I really don't know you like that. I don't know your SOPs. You're just swapping stuff around. You're not paying to get your plants tested. It can be kind of expensive if you're like getting, a bunch of plants tested. So, like, there's a lot of that, and to be very wary of that because there's a lot of that going on. You might not even know, and now you infected your other plants that you kept around, and now you send it to your buddy, and now it's infected, and this is just going all over the United States, and it's infecting people's gardens, and lower yields, and just lower plant health, lower terpenes. So it's definitely an issue that we all need to be more vigilant on. Ask more questions. Go back to the asking questions. Same with the clones. Like, hey, what's up? Lab reports. So like we have lab reports on some of our cuts. We're about to have our whole spring menu tested, plus our original mother stock. We have like mother stock that's segregated from the new additions that are going to drop. Gonna test all those. But yeah, man. So you got to be careful out there because for me at least, like now it's getting to the point where it's like, man, this my collection's worth like a pretty penny, I would say, and this is my livelihood, and this is what I need to further create more genetics. So it's like, yo, this no, I got to protect it at all costs. So like the way I treat it and the way facilities treat it and the way people are really doing it is not the way everyone's doing it, like the common home grower, common, clone holder, genetic collector, however you want to call it. So that's an issue for sure. Be wary of it. And don't lose your collection to. I made a post. Don't lose your collection to Carl the Clone Seller or Haley Hoplayton. Don't want to do it. You don't want to do it.
I've had to refuse so many clones over the years. And, the people offering the clones to me, it comes out of good heart, right? They just want to share their genetics. But again, it goes back to me not knowing like what their grow even looks like. Is there pests in the grow? Did they have powdery mildew? Is there any type of disease or pathogen? So I have had to decline accepting any clones over the several years. I mean, I've accepted in the past and took a risk back before I really even knew about
Yeah.
all the risks that are involved
Oh,
with
yeah,
this.
yeah, me too in the early beginning, and then you start getting
Yeah,
more. You're like, okay, now I can't lose. I can't afford the cultivars I have. Like, If you have a special chill out OG that you want to like work further, you don't want to lose that. You don't want that to get infected, man. That's your
right.
livelihood. So, but
Exactly.
sorry.
Yeah, it's too risky. It's very, very risky. And even the seeds. I remember I was at MJ Biz, and there was a guy who was just handing out packs of seeds. He was just randomly walking up to people. Here, want some seeds? Genetics, genetics. A couple of my buddies took them. He handed it to me. I just handed it over to my buddy. I'm like, just don't even want it in my garden because you have no idea if there's hot plate and viroid in those seeds or not. Maybe if the guy like stopped me and had a conversation, explained a little bit more about it, and the practices he did, and so on and so forth, they'd be more comfortable accepting that. But for the most part, these days, if I don't know what the source is, if I don't know what the garden looks like, I'm most likely not going to be accepting any clones or seeds from really untrusted sources, is what I'd say.
Because you could just be the pollen chucker guy. You just like, you just chucked it all over. He doesn't. You just handing them out. You just don't. You don't know. You don't know. So
This clip is brought to you by AC Infinity. Use discount code MrGrow at 15 to save on any of their products.